是我们是没有看。很忙啊，没有时间啊，真觉得。这先完了，我们要去 complain 一下。我们会爬高地。太忙了。
太多周末。
太多才慢了，全部挤在同一个礼拜啊。
连续一天这样子哦。
快我的大
太赶嘅咯，一天点压力就是起头数。你有上班？
以后啊，直接换工。
赶嘛？
赶，我。
搞那个都有钱呐，都可以吃得上钱。
等你有家人的时候，看你敢不敢。再忙再压力都要拼下去。
就是安尼哦，
这样你看你咯。现实就是这么的简单。所以现在 training 先咯。
累到像狗这样，甚至。
累到像狗，你看我前几天累到像猫。这个进来我们班做好，做好才能。然后你走掉这里。这样讲啊，要做好才能就讲做好才能。
没有，我们可以一起都用。
是呗。
我就是有兴趣跟music。是呗。我的未来是去路边唱歌。
是呗。现在你去唱一首歌。
多深刻。
来，点名。自己点吧，那人还没有来成。说那谁要来不要来？其他的人要来没有？
应该没有来了。
不来了。你们还有什么要交嘞？
今天有一个。
今天有一个。然后明天有2个 presentation。
今天有一个，后天有一个。
然后礼拜又一个。
是这样。
没有运怎么办？我要
习惯就好。是这样的咯。
老师，你有听到很好听的主耶？
有啊，今天早上就有3个入哪页了。
啊。T A 的定义是什么
？80多分。
好听啊。
啊？
好听啊。
好听就免了，他们做的很好。
讲讲很好哎，就是表演啊。他。
这手打猴子。
然后不要不是打猴子啊，他们就是有 prepare 好，就是有准备要做什么。
听到吗？只是不用好听的，表演好就可以了。
你要丢脸一整是吗？
啊？
丢脸好，
丢脸这种脸，没有人可以丢脸。
培训生。
啊，我的方面，我的方面。
距离产生。
培训生。
距离感。
距离感。
距离美感。我们给他们可以学习。
对了，我觉得他们对看起不可以。
这个看不出。哎，你的继续了。
So mean。
以前的 everyone can see the 要写的哦。can see.
That is so mean.
Wearing a mask. No, because she's wearing a mask.
不要狡辩了。
Excuses.
But now I'm making it.
Horrible 啊！来 ，come sign in please。登。这样啊，咱们谁来的？
今天Jackson好像没出现。
大家还没有活着吗？认真记得切哦。One star, gotta go, don't kiss, head to toe, sunshine, gotta go, need to go, never go, one star.
他是不是每次进来我们班的？
没有啊。
没有啊，这次吧。
这一次不了。
中文哪里看过他？
他
第一
Week
堂
One
课
Week Two 有
Week
来
One Week Two 的时候，
微湾有在，
你是跟他们走在一起，你看到他们就
哦，可能咯，有啦，可能。
年纪。
没有人背200高，因为我认样子的，所以我记样子，不记人字，不是很要学记名
他。下个星期也会出现了。
是啊，来 support 你们的，
他来
来
送我
support
们。
你们。
好听是来什么啦？难听一点是来笑，
来看戏，来看戏
昨。天给我最大笑声。
看小丑表。
也是笑声讲。
大家。
你也是让我烦你了。这 seven 也在上你。
这个我们讲的是我还没有 show 你们，那时候还没有拍照呢。
我一定封上我最大的笑声。
Come, take photo. 20th century tutorial. We've talked about this: impressionism, expressionism, neoclassicism.
这排
Right? Please take photo. Okay, these are the definitions: neoclassicism, impressionism, expressionism. You all should buy a new iPhone. Seems like
Yes.
the camera is really good. Right?
所以 sponsor 是吧
No money.
I'm so poor. I don't need it. I don't need new
If I have the
iPhone.
money to buy iPhone 15, why would I study here?
สบายนี่
Why cannot? Right, composers: Debussy, Stravinsky, Schoenberg. Now in the tutorial we only talk about 3 composers here. But in the test we will actually ask you more than these 3 composers from the lecture notes. So make sure you have a look at them. But most of the composer that we will ask specifically comes from the audio listening folder. Okay, so I haven't shared that, but I'll share it in a moment. Right. Actually, I should share it now, then I don't forget. Let me share it to you. Audio, share, copy link. Classroom. Here, here is the link to audio.
美薇你要买给我吗？
Okay. Now, so the very last tutorial is jazz plus contemporary music plus world music, etc. So this topic is actually not the visa. It's the we won't ask you so much in regard of this tutorial. So if you want to choose one tutorial that you don't want to study, this will be the tutorial. However, we will still ask you some things inside that. Okay. So if you don't know, if you don't remember jazz music focuses on 2 main elements. One is the rhythm, which is in rhythm it focuses more on single rhythm and swing rhythm. And then in melody wise, we have improvisation. So if you still don't remember what is improvisation means to create something on the spot, right? To re-improve the melody on the spot. So technically they're not playing the same melody. That is also why the form of jazz music, it's very similar to theme and variation, right? Because the first time when they perform, everyone will perform the main melody together. Then they will pass on to each individual soloist to improvise the main melody. Okay. Now, of course, we have other genres. Ragtime, blues, New Orleans. Keep in mind, ragtime and blues are not jazz. They are their own genre. Ragtime is a composed piano music. Blues is originated from the African American at the time, and it features kind of like a more lazy, relaxed sounding melody. most of the time the lyrics of blues is quite direct. They will talk about the daily lives of the African American. Most of them are slaves at the time. So that's why they talk about things like love, they talk about things like sex, they talk about things like the hardship of life at the time. So it's quite crude. It's not so refined compared to other type of music, but that also serve as a basis of today's pop music. That is also why if you listen to today's pop music, lyrics is very straightforward. There's not a lot of censored things around. I mean, technically nowadays you have the censored version, and they just change the words only. So that's how it comes from. So that kind of blues. Okay. So New Orleans jazz is the first type of jazz, technically, because we don't really know how jazz originated. Right? It's kind of developed organically. So New Orleans is also known as Dixieland jazz. Then we have swing, bebop. These are all different jazz genres. Cool jazz, free jazz, jazz rock. If you don't remember what they are, please refer back to the slide. Rewatch the videos if necessary. But in the MP3 file, we have all different samples. Like you just listen to the MP3 file to get an idea of what they sound like individually. We will talk about all this. I will teach you how to identify all of this music in this Friday's lecture. So we'll go through every single audio files, and I will point out some of the things that you can sort of identify. And then in terms of contemporary music, we have musical theatre. So musical theatre kind of comes from opera, which is the contemporary version of opera. The biggest difference between opera and musical theatre is that in musical theatre there are dances and dialogue, spoken dialogue. But in opera you don't have dance, you don't have spoken dialogue. But both of them features plot, music, stage design, costume design, characters, things like that. Rock and roll, the ancestor of rock music. Keep in mind, rock and roll are not the same thing. Okay, rock and roll is a combination of rock beats plus blues music. Rock music focus more on the beat itself. Okay, driven beat. And then you have sentimental music. Again, sentimental music, if you go and Google, there are no genre called sentimental music. It is more of a type of music. Okay, so sentimental music basically refers to love songs. Right? Rap, I believe you all know what is rap. So rap comes from Black American. So if you always wonder why there's two different terms, African American and Black American, have you ever wondered why? Do you all know the history of America?
They are actually from United Kingdom. They are the reason?
African Americans.
African
Okay, the reason why we say African American, for example, like blues is African American, because African American means these people originated from Africa. Yeah, so kind of like when for Chinese people, when during that time, like from China, then we come from here. So same thing lah. But of course, when we come here, we are not slave. But most African American were slave. Okay, but Black Americans means the descendants of these African American. They are not slave, but they were kind of in a very bad poverty neighborhood most of the time. So these people, they either engage themselves in gangs or drugs, things like that. Even until nowadays, there are some places like that. I believe you have read stories and things like that. So these Black Americans, they have their own culture, if you will. And rap is kind of one of those culture. It actually comes from those, comes from these group of people. And of course, it slowly popularized itself and went into mainstream music. Okay, so rap on. Right. So folk music, here be careful because we're not talking about typical folk music. We're talking about bluegrass music, which is also American folk music, or sometimes also known as country music or countryside music. Right, so in country music, they feature a few different things. specifically the instrumentation. So they will use instruments like banjo. In case you don't know what they look like, they will use instruments like this, banjo. So banjo is quite an interesting instrument. It's kind of like a guitar, but the body is a drum. Yeah, if you don't know. So the body is actually a snare drum, and then they just put a guitar neck on top of it. So it becomes an instrument. It's called a banjo. And then of course you have instruments like washboard. So I believe you know what is a washboard, which is people use to wash clothes. But of course they use it to play instrument as well. But they have the instrument adaptation version of it nowadays. So you don't actually use the instrument to wash the clothes. Right? As they do. Okay. So all of these instruments, unique instruments they use in country music and bluegrass music, gave it a very unique quality. And also the way how they sing will be much more laid back, less intense, not so much driven beat going on. Okay, so that is country music. Then finally, this is important. Now we kind of use these 4 different terms to categorize every single instrument we have around the world. Okay, idiophones, chordophones, membranophones, and aerophones. So idiophones means the instrument produces sound without anything attached to it. For example, cajon, right, or triangle, or xylophone. So these instruments, when you hit it or shake it, then it produces sound. Typically percussion instrument. Okay. Chordophones means instrument that has strings tied on top of it. So guitar, violin, sitar, ukulele, erhu, all these instruments. Okay. Aerophones, any instruments that requires air to produce sound. So flute, 笛子, cerulean, all these different instruments. Right? Any instrument. Now, the reason why we need to use this is because some instruments is kind of like a combination. For example, like banjo, it's a percussion instrument plus string instrument. So how would you identify it? Right? We don't know how to categorize it. So that's why we have all these different categorizations. So we can sort of say banjo is kind of a combination of membranophone with chordophones. Does that make sense? So membranophone means the instrument has a stretched skin on top of it, like a drum. Right? So this is the idea.
Piano.
Piano is a keyboard instrument. Yeah. So technically it's a chordophone. Because it has strings.
Xylophone.
Huh? Xylophone is idiophones. Because it doesn't have tension on the keys. It's just blocks. Yeah. So that's how we identify the instruments. Any instrument, we will use these 4 terms to sort of categorize them. Okay? So try to remember this one. In the test, 100% will come up. Right? You don't have to memorize how to write it out, but understand what they are, and you should be fine. Okay? Any questions? So fast. 10 minutes.
So the test is paper test or
Yes.
paper based?
So bring your pen, bring your pencil, bring.
Can see side by side.
Okay.
Last 15 minutes can discuss.
Huh?
So can open to the wall.
No.
啊，是这样。
No.
Online.
这是我的 book
Huh? Test pad? No need.
Just bring pen or
Pencil and eraser? Huh?
MCQ and lecture note.
No. So on the day the test is like this, you have to go to the lecture hall, put all your phones, all your whatever into your bag, leave the bag in front of the hall. Only bring your pen, pencil, and eraser. And then I will assign you to sit accordingly. You must space out between each other. And then the test will be done. Okay? Yeah. If you are going to cheat, make sure you are cheating with the right person. Don't choose the people who didn't study. If not, there's no point in cheating also. Might as well just study. Yes, huh? send me also.
你是中文。
I already told you all the things that's going to come out, right? So there's no point in cheating, to be honest. Like if you're going to cheat for what?
Sharing.
Huh?
Sharing.
Sharing for what? My experience, right? If people cheat, right, 80% of the time it's going to be wrong. Yeah. So you might as well just be well prepared. Okay. Any questions? Or any tutorial that you want to go back to check the answers a little bit?
We can share this document.
Huh?
Just share this document.
Cannot.
Ah.
More detail.
Exam question.
Huh?
Summary of exam question.
I already told you what.
More
Just
detail.
for what?
Huh?
More detail.
Still more detail. How detailed you want?
The question.
The answer.
Answer is here.
The question.
The sequence of the answer. Then we just.
Sequence of the
A
answer.
sequence
Like
of
the
the
first
question
question,
ah.
what?
First question what title ah what.
I
Now
don't
you
even
just
remember
random,
that.
right?
I don't even remember that.
Ah.
I just random. So a lot of the time people ask me, so A more or B more or C more or D more? I
So
don't know.
true more or false more?
Are there different set of questions?
The answer is very simple.
Yo.
There are 10 questions, right? No matter you think true or false, it will be very similar. Only 2 marks difference. So you go and choose that.
我可惜，2 marks 很多哎，
老师，
啊
我们很累，
无所谓。
我们很累哦。
Only one set of question or there are multiple sets?
One set because everyone takes the same exam.
OK，耶，人家去读多一点。
What the hell?
Chapter 1到3，我 Chapter 2到5啊，然后我们就一起做，你坐我隔壁啊。
而且我就特地拆散 ，same group 一个做东，一个做西。
哦，cannot 啦，like
因
that。
为这样刚刚听，this is Mozart.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 questions. Half lah.
So only 10 questions.
Huh? No, the true false.
Oh.
The true false. I already told you ma. Composer, go and memorize 5 composer. That's 10 marks already. Right? Which period? I already told you. Right? True false, that one I really don't know what to tell you because the questions is very random. All I can tell you is if you really don't know the answer, just choose one side lah. You will get some marks. Okay? Then genre, right? Genre, I told you Baroque period, right? So I think there's like 5 genre there, right? 5 or 6 genre. I think almost all of them is there. So just memorize the whole thing, okay? And then what else? There's one more, which is the chart. So the chart, Baroque, classical, romantic. Correct or not? Correct,
Yes, correct.
I don't remember one. You should remember. Correct, Baroque, classical, romantic, right?
Maybe.
So Baroque, classical, romantic chart. Go and memorize all these 3 charts. Comparison. Okay? But the test won't ask you in chart sequence. It will ask you in like subjective question. So my tip for you is you memorize the chart, go into the test, draw out the chart, and then you answer. Then you will get full marks.
No.
I've seen student does it. Yeah.
The period is it?
No, she literally memorized the whole chart. That time I asked all of the chart, not 3 period, whole thing. She memorized all of it. She goes in the test. Once I say start, she turned the test paper over, which is a blank page. She start drawing the whole thing. Every single period. I'm not kidding. Every single period, and then she start filling in the answer. She got 99.
So she's
Huh?
the only one.
Oh yeah, the only one.
That's why. We're not the only one.
That's why I didn't test you every single period anymore. I think you 3 only.
Still, I'm not partially.
This semester will be the only one. Hey.
Got 100 later.
Be smart in your answering. Right? Composer, same thing ma. I also already told you 5 composer ma. Once I say start, turn over, write down 5 composer name. Yeah. Then you can fill in the answer later because you worry you'll forget.
I still what I study never come out.
Huh?
I still what I study never come out.
No, I won't screw you like that one. A very nice one.
You will get through.
You like to get screwed, a very nice
Can
one.
experience.
My experience, right, in my classes is always students screw themselves. Yeah, I always tell them, you do this, you study this, then you come out. They don't trust me, they don't study. Then on the day, right, I walk over, then they look at me, sir, 早知道我读咯.
No, I never do that.
Then I look at him like, I don't know. Like today in the last class, I told them, I said, so after there's 4 groups, okay, 3 group presented. Okay, I don't want to say which group. The 3 group presented, and then 2 of the groups got 60 plus only. Then they come over after everything, they gonna check them out. So I said, see, 60 plus only. Then I said, sir, why so low? So why so low? You ask yourself lah. They are not prepared, they don't know what to do. The group go up there, they look at each other like. Remember the analogy I gave you? 不要上到台上 and then look at each other. 你先唱啊，你先唱啊。Exactly the same thing. I'm not kidding. It's the true thing. They come up and then they look at me. So 第一首歌是这样子啊，第一首啊。Ready? 1, 2, 3. 唱啊，唱。I'm not kidding.
中了一直一年中了一直。
They did the same thing. So same thing, 60 plus only. Then I told them, I said, I already warned you all, right? Every single week since week 7, I told you, be prepared, plan a little bit, take 1 hour, get together, plan what to do, brainstorm, do a little bit this, do a little bit that. Every single week. I told you, right? They didn't do it. Then I said, so what you didn't do? 我们忙了是讲功课。same reason lah, same reason lah. Same reason. See, I didn't screw you guys. You guys screw yourself, right? That's the thing. 1 hour cannot, man. Okay, only 1 hour, 15 minutes lah. 吃饭时候坐在一起啦 right? When you're having lunch, sit down together. Oh yeah. My lunch time is meeting time.
Wow.
I literally work from 8 until 2 o'clock midnight every single day since this semester.
Wow.
Just now, when they were contemplating whether they want to perform or not, I already filled up 3 forms, wrote 2 letters to my boss in the 15 minutes time. I told them, I already finished writing my letter, you still haven't prepared to sing. They went up there, I don't know what they're doing, I don't care.
Maybe they're performing.
Hey, actually, it happens. It happens this morning, right? 2 groups, so funny. They come up, they actually prepared, but the presenter was so shy. Then they come out here. Then everyone is like messing around lah. The student very kanchiong, right? Then the student tick tick tick. Morning. Then everyone is like not paying attention, right? And then suddenly I look up, and then they're like, so we sing the first song, and they started singing. Everyone's like, huh? Sing already? So please, when you present, make sure come out here, wait until everyone settled down. Like, okay, good morning, good evening, whatever we are going to present. If not, people don't know, right? So see presentation skill. I told you this melody improvisation test, the singing part is not important. I can show you the markings. There's 2 groups sang very badly.
Can.
I can show you.
Okay, nice.
I tell you the answer. I tell you their marks lah. I don't tell you which group ah.
Nah, it's okay. We just want to see how you marks.
Okay, see, this group sings super badly. Okay, this is the first group. Sings super badly. The intonation is only 10 marks. Intonation, remember, intonation is in singing, right? Out of 20, they got 10 marks. But their total marks is 82. Because they were so good, this group is super good. So what they do, they 4-person group, they sing 4 songs, 4 different songs. So 4 different songs, they went their way to write the lyrics, they went and find 4 different styles of music, very different styles. And then the first song is a rap. So they kind of like, what they did, they memorized the lyrics. 4 of them memorized all 4 songs lyrics. And then they perform. They really plan. Everyone, so 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, they stand like that. And then they even bring like sunglasses because the first song is rap, so they want to act cool. sunglasses on.
Hey,
Whatever.
that's my idea.
I'm not kidding. The moment they start performing, everyone's wow. Yeah. But they sing so badly. Wow, so
哎，
bad.
我们回来呢，下个星期我们就这样子了。
Yeah. I'm not kidding. I can tell you the markings. Improvisation 18. Intonation 10. Right? Horrible singing. Creativity. Really creative, good with good backing track, you know, good slide, well designed slide 18. Stage performance 20, full marks. Because it was I salute, even I cannot do that. I don't have the face for that. Original composition 60 because this I don't know how much of it is original. But yeah, 82 marks. 8. Out of 35, they get 28.7 for average total coursework marks. Yeah. So I told you before, I already gave you how I'm going to mark. I'm not going to mark you by your melody, whether it's going to be the best melody or whether you're going to be the best singer. I want to see whether you spend time to prepare for it. Right? That's all. So, you have 1 more week to present, right? So better to prepare for that. Go and plan 1 hour today or later tonight, 1 hour tomorrow. Go and do it. It's not that difficult, honestly. One of the girls group in last class, they got 75. Because they were quite shy, they don't dare to do too many things. Then they told me they only get together for 3 times. Yeah. It's very simple to get marks. This is basically 3 marks. Basically.
Next week I will become tutors
Okay.
because M&M is already taken.
Okay? So in terms of the test, all I can tell you is please go and study. The scope is already there. But like I told you, the test is very hard for me to do anything with it because there's marking rubrics. It's set in stone. Okay? So, yeah, I know you're not music students. I try my best to make sure this course is as linear and as comfortable as it can be.
You cannot 实力派，你自信派。
Hmm?
If you cannot 实力派，你自信派。
No?
哎，沈健，下个星期不要来过来。
啊，做今天，你过来，然后
不要，
Then post it on 小红书。
不要，不要。
Instant famous. Tag his girlfriend.
哎呦，
Which one?
直接 break。
Okay?
Only one 啦，什么？
真的咩？
真的啦，我的这样厉害，我自己要拜自己为师哦。
Okay, I know you all are very busy, but yeah, do your best lah. Okay?
OK，
I know you're all busy. I know. I'm busy as well. It's okay. It's good practice. Busy is good.
Good.
See, this one is still busy. Is it?
Yeah.
Huh? Busy, hey, this is preparing for you to get money in future, ma. Right? Busy is good. Got work is good. 没有东西做才是最惨。有东西做是好的，去做吧了。Okay? So, I expect great things from you all. We still have 20 minutes. I don't know what you all want to do. So, up to you lah.
老师，如果我唱得很差，会怎样吗？
啊？
如果我唱得不好，会怎样
是？你拿0分也是跟他
我这个也唱得很差，不10分哦。
明年新歌嘛。
阿姑的可以的。
Unless it's
可能那只是差不多难听啊。
哦，难听，
video 嘛，
难听。我没有 record，有 record 我就播给你。
跟他的 melody 完全配不上啊。
难听到，就算他很靓仔，可能你都不喜欢他。
啊，
仔细你看这个定会讲到 A 哦，我们一定可以的。
很可惜不
是问题是你拿不到10分啊，你样子。
哇，这个这句都是真。
没有。
Yeah. Okay, just do your best.
老师要穿佛吗？一定。
不用 formal 了吧，穿正常哦。
Based on your role, your character.
不要穿这样子咯，不要穿这样子咯。
要穿阿罗哈嘞。
阿罗哈 OK 啊。
Yeah, The slipper and short and aloha shirt.
你的表演是 Aloha 没？
不是
这样来的。
What's the point？
For showing performance, I prepare anything else.
这样你要解释为什么你穿那个 Aloha 的衣服啊？
因为这首歌让它很凉。
如果你穿 Aloha，然后你上台唱的歌是OK 啦，I'll give you extra marks even right？
哎，等下你看那个舞啊，看你跳。
啊，去看一下那个莫安娜怎么跳。Why not? It's part of the idea 来的嘛。Okay？Any questions？ 这个你看累到这个打瞌睡了，要不还要做 recording 啊？明天。怎么样累？
没人睡，
没有睡到。
早点睡觉啦。
他被搞到没人睡。
被谁搞？
那没有了，哎呀。
这样累啊？你看那个样子是，很可怜啊，他每一个礼拜比一个礼拜差。第一个礼拜印象怎么才不是这样糟糕的？
一个月是不是很兴奋？
这个不是已经不是也要吐出来了？Okay, so all the best.
Okay, thank you for the extension.
No worries. It's still your class.
你的 accent thinking 看到很多字，
就看哪个你看
很多语文的给我们，
哪个你看这里了。
比如上个拜六你们没有人去跑爬山吗？
没有。
哪里有哦？
没有时间跑。
有啊，
有，他们很多时间啊。
爬山吗？
没有啊，
没有没，真的没
没有你飞啊！
我走不了啊。
哦，你走的。
你听我讲啊，去你跑比我还快哦！
怎么这么多时间呢？啊，对，这么多时间呢？
他们下个星期才上。
哦，
你知道为什么吗？互相扶持嘛。
那不同科诶。
啊？
不同科诶。
什么不同科？
你没有不同啊？
他们有不同科咩？
你感觉不一样。
elective 不一样。什么意思？
我们 elective course 嘛 subject，
两个，
有两个 subject elective。
这不是 elective 咩？
不是这个什么？
哦，你们 elective 什么？
有6科，选2科。
哦，那6科是什么？
有 advanced database，有 mobile application development，有 computer security，有 web application，有 blockchain，还有 modeling simulation。
哦 ，OK，interesting。
interesting。
你像那个某个老师。
你知道 interesting 是什么意思吗？
有趣。
在英国，如果你听到英国人讲interesting 的意思就是I don't care, but I don't want to deny you。
哦，因为你们一直在讲这个。
Yeah, basically that. Basic 就是like okay, I don't really care, but interesting. 真的。所以你在英国，每次你跟那个英国老师聊天讲东西的时候，他要讲你错，对不对？他又不能讲你错，所以他就讲interesting。所以当你听到 interesting 这个字，不是褒义词，是贬义词来的。呀。啊？
如果他们真的是讲你要讲
没有，他们会讲 that sounds very interesting。可是如果单单 interesting 这样子，
一模一样，讲话意思。
他也是英国毕业拿的。
啊，其实不是一个是拉不出来的。
他讲话方式有点不像。
为什么？
其实上网视讯上。
现在你真的可以。
啊？
上门脸。
哎呀。Where's your friend? Not your friend.
Not your friend. Not your friend. classmate.
Then does she have any friend?
Yeah, she got, but I don't know who is.
Not in this class.
Your classmate.
So she's like alone all the time.
Yeah.
Even
Even the ask her, even the ask her to she chat with her, she's like, hey,
That's so weird. You all should make more friends.
no, I like friendly.
Because like for me, right, it's very sad because all my uni friends are overseas. Like I don't have chance to talk to them or you know like or even connect with them. Yeah. So my only good friends are friends from
Yeah.
those are friends that I still have. So actually university friends last like
But actually, most of the time, the people they are more friend with their high school friends.
It depends. Like for me, right? Because my high school is in Klang. So all my high school friends.
Your high school friend?
Like Klang.
Your friend or your friend?
巴桑
Your friend?
是巴桑啊。
假的，是临时，
给
后面才给。
给。So like for me, right? All of my high school friends, like we lost contact because we are in different world and then different industry, and of course my parents stay in Klang. Yeah. I only have one friend who still contacts me in high school. Who is the class leader. And he contacts me because he needs my help, not because. Oh, interesting. Now you got the idea.
You learn so quick, ah.
Good job.
If it's under this question, I just say interesting. You get 1 mark.
Sometimes when you read my report, right? Maybe your report I don't write it up. Like sometimes when I write, when I go for a judge, music judge, I will write very interesting interpretation. it means horrible interpretation. But I don't want to say it. Anyway, what do you want to ask? I don't know.
So, while we are performing the cosplay, right, just try to try not to say interesting.
Say good or bad?
More than enough.
Maybe
No lah. In the comment I won't say. I will say.
maybe when you walk past us during exam, you
No, for me, when I write a report or when I write feedback, I will try to write it in a positive manner. So, for example, like if I think that your intonation is bad, I will say intonation can be better, or intonation could use more improvement.
Information is interesting.
If you study in UK, okay, this is why, because in UK, right, in academia, the lecturers, they used to be very shitty. So they always gonna complain because they always scold the student at lecture. They will say, you're so stupid, you're so dumb, you don't know how to do this. They used to do that. And then they got a lot of complaints from students and student suicide. So yeah, I'm not kidding. When I was in UK, I at least hear or heard 3 or 4 students die in that dormitory. Yeah, they died. And then there's one case, Malaysian student. She died in the room for a whole month. No one knows because it was summer break. So when they found the body, it was already so rotten. They have to clean up the room. They have to exterminate the room. And then the reason why they realized she was dead because the parents contacted a friend who went to the uni with her, but her friend kind of, like uni 女孩子啦，就是like一开始 friend 哦，一起到 friend 哦，不可以做朋友走的。Yeah. So yeah, it was a sad case. Apparently, her good friend is my friend, so I know this. Yeah. I think the girl studied law. It's too stressed. Yeah. Anyway, so what happened is in the UK they have a law or a rule to teach higher education or teachers. You cannot be negative. So even if you want to say it's bad, you need to put it in a positive manner. So right, it's horrible. The first semester when I was in UK, I asked my teacher, so So after the first exam, teacher gave feedback lah, right? So in the performance, right, he said, well done, Kenny, what a great performance, very very good. And then the paper come back C. So I'm like, what the hell? Really?
But there's very there's a lot of group of
No, the thing is C, right? The feedback it says what you know, very good interpretation, good technique, well done. C.
there's room for improvement.
Oh no. Oh no. So I went there. And then he said, you need to convey more ideas. There's one this line. So I asked him. I went to he's a head, right? I went to find. So I asked Nick. His name is Nicholas. So I asked Nick, can you explain this to me? Because I don't really understand what you mean. As the feedback looks very positive, but I only got C. So he's like, I thought it's very clear. You need to convey more ideas. What the hell does that mean?
Interesting. Give me more.
And he literally just told me, it's very clear. You need to convey more ideas. And I'm sorry, I'm class now. And then he just told me. That was my first semester in UK. For my masters, Yeah. So apparently this was a very recent issue in UK where you should not be like yeah. But my first semester in London, my undergraduate professor wrote feedback in my essay. The first thing she says, you must improve your English. It was very bad.
You can sue her.
Huh?
Go and sue her.
Negative
Cannot sue her. But because of that, I actually went and improved my English. Yeah. That professor went on to become a professor in Cambridge and Manchester and Oxford. She is one of the forefront pioneer in
No
music.
wonder you couldn't sue her.
No, I'm not kidding. Until today, I'm still in touch with her. Yeah, I did it. And a lot of the journals, I need to do for my PhD research, right? Need to buy my right? But most of them were written by her. So I just emailed her, can you give me your journal? Then she said, okay, here, go, all free journal. Yeah. Anyway, so sometimes you never know. Right, I know her for like 10 years already. Yeah. Anyway, so all the best. Okay, good luck in your assignments and whatever. But don't forget, next Monday, you really need to perform. Okay? Good luck. See, this one sleep until like that.
Only in your laughter.
This one also sleep
I will
until
become a
like that.
joker.
Why do I see my picture? This is my picture. Oh shit. Oh my god, I don't
Which
know.
one? You don't remember the toilet?
Which one?
国家
All 5 and 6.
While we having our test, right? When pass through, I show you the true and false section. If anything's not incorrect, then just interesting. Interesting. I know that string more.
Even more interesting.
一个semester的不同的。
然后这个 semester
啊？
另外一个
这个 semester，下个 semester 我一才是下个 semester 我才450个学生。这个200。
你要熬到不是2点是4点。
没有，我下个 semester 我们直接还有2个 part time 所以4个 lecture 已经2个 semester。所以
拿200个学生。
没有啦，没得算啦，因为我下个 semester start PhD，所以我减少我的。
不用算好老师，你给我们答案，我们帮你改
啊？
那个 midterm 嘛，你给我们答案，我们对号你就
我减少多了。
不可以。
人数就不是问题了。一般的答案。
菜市场砍价的。
是啦，这菜市场砍价这样的哦。
有机制。
你们算好了，有一个 group 真的是很糟糕，我是3个。
他们就是那个标比赛的那个。
对。
faculty 就没有 course。
什么 course 啊？看一下。
ACC
他们人多嘛，
没有很少的。
人少嘛，很大嘛，
什么课？什么地方看一下？
是来等他们，等他们走吧，他不特别。
你猜啊
哎，如果你有点 REI，
你们是 RSW 吗
对啊，
？REI 是什么？
不懂，不同法考地嘛。
我懂 IS，我懂 IT，我懂 ST 哦，EI 是我不懂。
EI interest，
engineering
不是，诶，是吗？Software Engineering。
没有啊，
我们是
在
software engineering
哎，对对，你是 RS，你是 RSD 的嘛？Software Development 嘛？Software EI 是什么？诶，你们是 Software Engineering 哦，但是 Software Development 对。但以前你们叫什么 RSF 啊？但 ST 是什么？Software Technology。EI 是什么啊？
Enterprise information system。
啊呀 ，Enterprise Information。
做的 enterprise information 还不敢比赛，
所以咯，不利牛。
还好吧。
所以你讲话有时候真的不利牛。
刚才我们学的是 enterprise introvert。
哦。
因为你知道为什么吗 ？You know why? Because of open day 哦，those lecturers screw you guys really badly 啊 honestly。人每次看学生来啊，问啊说我不是很喜欢这个，我要读这个，然后就你读这个，你读这个，without really explaining what the course is about.
Yes.
And then the students just blur go and register.
I know what I'm thinking.
If you know then good lah. Like for my department right, the student always come. 我喜欢画画，可是我不是很厉害画。Then the lecturer is like 不用紧，你进来就会画了。
你看不起我们的师资是吗？
真的 I'm not kidding. They will actually say that. Don't worry, the moment you come into the diploma, then there's a few subjects they will actually teach you drawing techniques. So even if you're not good at drawing, doesn't matter. You will learn throughout the course, which is true, but it will be very difficult lah.
要赚钱吗？
Education becomes sales.
That's the thing in Malaysia. Education is sales. Education is always about business.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in education. Anyway, let's go. I want to go home.
Yes, my plan was next month already.
It's going to rain, I think.